hard to believe exactly how difficult or how offensive Meghan Markle can be to senior members of the British monarchy, as we've told you on many occasions. It's not just the endless interviews that she's taken under, or indeed the veiled snipes on her Archetypes podcast series. Allegedly, that's also won yet another award. That bypassed everybody, didn't it? As I've often said on this show, and I don't mean this unkindly, they give awards out like confetti sweets, hoping they'll get some publicity. And now basically people are realizing it didn't get the headlines that they hoped. Just wonder how many awards that's coming their way in the future. I'll leave that one there. But yes, Meghan seemingly once again has rather very cruelly offended a senior member of the British monarchy. And this truly is one of the rooted problems of how both Harry and William, plus Catherine, can't move forward. But how true was it all? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. I hope you're all well. Still wet and windy over here in London town. I know, just nothing for your hair, does It's all right for you girls, you can do something with it, I know, it flies everywhere. Somebody said to me, Neil, why don't you wear hairspray? No, that Michael Jackson Pepsi video, that put me off everything. Never put anything near your hair. You never know, do you? Where you see, everything's flammable in this world, isn't it? People think you're daft, but puts you off, doesn't it? Back as ever to your breaking ball story of the day. Now, it's interesting here on a more serious note because, yes, Harry was back in town and many people suspected, even though hoped perhaps, that perhaps he may have reached out to either the King or indeed the Prince of Wales, Prince William. Now, I've discovered one of the root problems, the bigger problems, and I agree with this, why William and Catherine are very, very angry, not with just Harry, but more so with Meghan Markle. And this already stems back to now their infamous docu-series for Netflix. Do you remember this scene where Harry held up that text? And we told you about it a while back, didn't we? How they weren't allowed to show it on screen because of privacy laws. And so it was one of those things that you could literally make up, knowing, of course, that the other side couldn't demand or indeed request to see it. You get the picture. But what's interesting here now is that according to a very senior source, very close to William and Catherine, they were absolutely mortified, not necessarily at Harry's childish behaviour of holding up a text to his mother saying, oh look what William sent me, but actually the reaction from Meghan Markle herself. If you recall, she infamously said, well, I don't want to say anything, he's your brother, you deal with it. And this truly painted William in a very bad light. So much so, days after that docu-series airing, when Catherine and William were out and about in the United Kingdom undertaking charitable works on behalf of the British monarchy and their own charities, they were heckled by the crowds. Now, as I said before, it's very difficult, isn't it, to work this out because, as we now know, the director Liz Garbus was a little bit stretchy with the truth, using, pictures that were not linked to the actual story, the fake paparazzi shots, all of that sort of stuff. So, Harry and Meghan, or indeed their production team, will have known how far they could have got away with this. On reality shows, they normally put the disclaimer, structured reality. Basically, they tell the people what to say and they say it. Of course, what William and Catherine would like to know is whether this was a genuinely real scene or in fact a made-up one. Because as I've told you before, both William and Catherine claim to a good source at that period they had no communications with the former royal known as Prince Harry. So where did the text come from? Was it genuine? Was it made up? But more importantly, to finalise this story, basically William and Catherine feel that far from them, and of course the King being made to apologise in public, how about Meghan Markle apologising for that derogatory comment about the future King of England one day, King William, Prince of Wales? Seemingly, of course, just to make their show a little bit more dangerous. We're never sure if he's real or not. But then that's so much the case of Harry and Meghan. But also, this is one of the stories that is pivotal forever to seeing whether Harry and William could ever make it up. Now, would Harry have the nous, courage, strength to actually bring this up with his wife, the former cable TV actress, Meghan Markle? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.